What's up, folks? Flying Health Coach coming at you on what day is it today?
So, what day is it? Wednesday, October 2nd.
Wednesday, October 2nd. Thank you very much. Wednesday, October 2nd. Coming at you with a little bit of a live video here. What brings me tonight? I just did a video a couple days ago on what's your why, but I wanted to incorporate some more nutritional videos too when it comes to, health and wellness, losing body fat, right? For those that pay attention, I've been currently still a board certified health coach. I've been one for the past 10 years, give or take. Helped thousands of people lose a lot of weight over my time. And what I want to do a video on tonight was basically just a really simplistic way to lose body fat and maintain it, right? Because all of us fitness goers out there, the people that coach fitness or nutrition or whatever have you, we all have a method of madness when it comes to what's the best way to lose body fat, right? There is no fucking best way to lose body fat, right? It's whatever works best in your lifestyle. So, there's the zone diet, which for the people, it's the 30-30-20 split, 30% carbs, 30% protein, 20% fat. There's a keto diet, which is pretty much all fat, protein, and vegetables. There's a Mediterranean diet, which is a lot of seafood, vegetable-based type stuff. There's vegetarian. There's old vegetarian, right? I mean, there's so many different ways to go about nutrition out there that, people popularize because they think it's a new fancy hit thing to do. But my mentors back in the day, when I was doing fitness competitions and coaching other people, the one way that I found to really work well for a lot of people that didn't drive them absolutely batshit crazy, it's a term called metabolic flexibility, popularized by old acquaintance of mine, Dr. Mike T. Nelson, whose book is in my resources section under the introduction page. It's Metabolic Flexibility by Dr. Mike T. Nelson. And the whole idea behind metabolic flexibility is that you're giving the body the food it needs when it needs it, right? Because you're going to train your body to burn the nutrients it needs when it needs to. For those of us that are into fitness, we have three energy systems, right? We have your ATP phosphate system, we have your glycolysis, and we have beta oxidation, right? So we have three systems we burn nutrients off of. ATP, or the high energy phosphate, is all your ATP, right? It's the 3 to 10 second burst, high intense exercise, right? Then we have glycolysis. Glycolysis occurs multiple seconds after the ATP phosphate system, and that's burning carbohydrate. Then we have beta oxidation. Beta oxidation is your fat burning system. That happens 25, 30 minutes into exercise, right? So the goal is that we need to prime your body to utilize all three energy systems. And the big problem I saw with most people is that they were really good at burning carbohydrates, but they sucked at burning fat, right? Why? The reason is because they spend an hour on the treadmill every time they go to the gym. They do nothing else but that. They're not taxing their ATP system. They're not tapping into the beta oxidation system. Well, Mark, you just said beta oxidation is like 25, 30 minutes, but they're out on the cardio. I did, yes. But the fact is, this is where nutrition comes into play, right? Is that when people tell me that I'm eating a healthy breakfast and they say, I say, what's your breakfast? Oh, it's Cheerios and an apple. All right, well, not awful, but it's just pure carbohydrate, right? It's no protein, no healthy fat, no vegetables, nothing. What's for lunch? Oh, it's typically a sandwich with chips. Okay, well, again, not terrible, but again, it's pure carbohydrate. What's for supper? Oh, my wife makes me spaghetti and meatballs. Cool. All right. Well, again, a lot of carbohydrate, minimal protein, right? So the common theme that I've seen over my years of coaching is that it's people are eating just a dumb ass amount of carbohydrates all day, but there's no variance in I'm eating a lot of carbs on workout days and less carbs on my off days, right? So the point of metabolic flexibility is that it's really simple. You don't have to count calories. You don't have to sit there and measure all of your food. You don't even have to have a hardworking knowledge of nutrition. You just have to basically know that's a protein source, that's a carb source, that's a fat source, right? You can say, hey, chicken, beef, turkey, whey protein powder, whatever, right? If you can pick out 4 or 5 protein sources you like, if you could say, okay, I like to have white rice, brown rice, sweet potatoes, edamame, whatever for carbohydrate sources you like. And if I could say, okay, fat sources, I like peanut butter, almond butter, extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, whatever you like, right? But the point is that you have a decent working knowledge of what is a protein, carb, and fat source and a vegetable source. So now how do you apply that to metabolic flexibility? Well, it's really simple. So and I'll tell you. So a way that you can lose body fat for good and keep it off is simply by saying, okay, my workout routine is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every single week. Fucking beautiful, right? Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday are my off days. Those days I'm doing what's called lists, long, intense, steady state cardio, right? That's your super low heart rate, right? For long durations of time, right? Monday, Wednesday, Friday is when you're really trying to get your heart rate jacked up through strength training or high intensity exercise. So how to incorporate metabolic flexibility into nutrition and really, again, keep the body fat off forever is Monday, Wednesday, Friday is okay. You're going to say my 2, 3, or 4 meals I'm having those days, I'm going to have a bulk of my carbohydrates pre and post workout, right? Or if you can't fit that in, you're just going to say, I'm going to have more calories on those days, all from carbohydrates. I'm still going to maintain protein, fat, and vegetables. I'm just going to have more food from more carbohydrates. Probably guess what you're going to do in your off days. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, you're still going to have the same protein sources, fat sources, vegetable sources, but you're going to take those carbohydrates out, right? Why? Because you don't need them, right? You're giving your body the food it needs when it needs it, right? If you're not doing high intense strength training or exercise, you don't need a lot of extra carbohydrates, right? If you're doing high intense exercise, you should probably have extra food from more carbohydrates, right? Because those is fast burning energy. Your body needs that. So again, this method of madness, right? It teaches your body to burn the food it needs when it needs it, right? On the days you're not working out, you'll be a fat burning machine, right? And I could draw a bunch of crazy graphs right here. I won't do that because I'm not that fancy yet with YouTube. Maybe someday will be, but you don't need that extra food if you're not doing high intense exercise. You just don't, right? But I promise you, right? I've seen this work for thousands of people over my time of coaching. It's worked for me too, doing my fitness competitions. And this way, again, you don't need to sit there and measure out the exact amount of food. You don't need to sit there and say, okay, I need to have this boring ass chicken, turkey, beef diet, right? You can go out to eat with your family, go out to eat. You just need to be semi-picky with what you're choosing. Again, if you're gonna go out to TGI Fridays, I love TGI Fridays. I love my Jack Daniel's burger, right? If I'm not working out on a day, I'm gonna go get my Jack Daniel's burger, but I'm gonna get a side of vegetables. If I worked out that day, Jack Daniel's burger, side of French fries, and side of vegetables. Get my drift? Adding in extra calories from extra carbohydrates, right? So this way you don't need to restrict your lifestyle per se. You can really do what you want to a degree. Obviously, you can't have TGI Fridays every single day and expect to lose body fat. It's not going to happen. But if you can adopt the broad spectrum of metabolic flexibility, i.e., again, days I'm doing strength training, more calories from more carbohydrates. Days I'm not doing strength training or being really physically active, I'm taking those carbohydrates out, focusing more on protein and fat, right? Again, the book by Dr. Mike T. Nelson, Metabolic Flexibility, he describes all this stuff, and you'll see, and he's got great progress pictures in there. I can't talk apparently when I get excited. But you'll see a lot of male and females, right, where they'll start. And I have a client, my old client Amanda, was the same way. She started with me at 114 pounds at 22% body fat. She now is 140 pounds at 13% body fat, right? By doing that exact same regimen, So, we don't want to focus so much on just the weight, right? But focus on body composition, right? If you ever look into precision nutrition, one of their biggest key principles is just body composition. It's nothing to do with the friggin' weight, right? But body composition, right? It's muscle versus fat, right? So if you follow that metabolic flexibility type lifestyle, again, you can really do and eat what you want to a degree. As long as you follow those broad principles. Again, I'm not saying keto doesn't work, Mediterranean doesn't work, or zone diet doesn't work, or whatever other fancy friggin' diet people follow these days. That stuff does work, right? But I'm more of the mindset where, hey, let's pick something you can do every single day for the rest of your life versus let's just do something for a quick fix, lose a bunch of weight in 3 months, but then shit, you gain it all back 3 months later because it was too much too soon. I cannot tell you how many people have done that I've coached. It is unreal, right? So metabolic flexibility, look up the book. As always, if anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, I'll toss my email up here in the corner somewheres. Don't forget to like and subscribe up in the other corner. Still can't believe I do this shit, but I do. So shoot me an email if you have any questions. Always happy to talk. Again, I have a great set of ears. If you just want to talk and bitch about life, I can listen. Or if you want to talk more about nutrition or maybe spirituality type things, I'm cool with that too. But anyways, Flying Health Coach coming at you on Wednesday?
Mm-hmm. The 2nd.
Wednesday afternoon, the 2nd. So yeah, peace and cheers, folks. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk soon. Bye. Cool. Yeah.